Alright, how's it going everyone? Multiplayer maps and intel drop for MW3. Let's check it out.
For multiplayer in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, we wanted to give the player a new way to experience these classic maps.
Oh geez. I like this. Intel drop, I like this.
Our team, we're going to be making these maps. They lit up. They were like calling dibs on which ones they wanted to go get reference for.
Maps really come through. They feel like they felt back then. And when you're playing high rise, when you're playing a state, you feel really transported back. We questioned a lot of
these maps look good
about the movement of older games. What was good about the gunplay of older games, and the same with the newer games. So we tried to marry a lot of those things together.
The way we approach it is that how are we going to make these the best versions of those maps that people have ever played? Because that's what we wanted. That's what we want as fans.
There are places where the metrics of the level are adjusted to fit more modern gameplay, but for the most part, it's going to feel incredibly similar. The biggest changes are really in a fidelity sense. Places like Afghan, where it might have been difficult to see.
Dude, it looks so clean.
New tools to make that both look better, but also read better, so that your target acquisition is improved.
Favela is a map where it really pushed our opportunities to explore what you couldn't do in the old one and what you can do now. From an artistic side, the map has more detail than I think any other map. In high rise, it's fun to explore and jump on the scaffolding and mantle to places that you weren't able to actually grab or reach before. Now you
There's
can
the
get
movement.
there.
When it was a question of whether it should be like the original or whether it should be more modern in terms of the metrics, we went with the original. And we pushed very hard to make sure that that experience was as close to the original as we possibly could while we modernized the look.
Dude, the mantling is so fast.
Play it for the first time, and they don't really know what they're going to see. And when that load screen shows up for Favela or for Quarry, you see them light up like, oh my gosh, these are the maps that I've been hoping they would remake.
The whole team here is super excited to bring all of these maps to fans everywhere.
Before, now you can get there.
When it was a question,
dude, look how fast the. Okay, so this is cool. This is a cool video of intel drop of the maps. They showed a little bit of movement. I noticed that. Here, let me turn this down a little bit. So I noticed there, like that mantling. Because mantling in MW2, there are some parts where you grab with two hands and you lift up, and that takes a little bit of time. Especially if you played it long enough, you start to realize like, oh yeah, there's certain mantlings grabbing with two hands takes longer than certain other like mantles that are like low.
That experience was as close to the original as
see right there.
And we pushed very hard to make
so this. That jump right there, in MW2, it would literally be him grabbing with both hands and then lifting himself up. Here, he just jumps up. So the movement is completely different. It's so much faster. I'm more impressed with the movement. I mean, I knew the maps are going to look pristine. I just knew that. It's just like a given, honestly. I've seen a pretty big difference in terms of grappling and mantling and movement and stuff like that. There is a big difference there, which is great because I think the movement in MW2 is there, but it needs to be refined more. I personally think. But yeah, that's it. That's the intel drop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Good God, all my demons getting to me lately. Spent all my time getting faded and my thoughts, they were fading. Pondering why I was fated to be me. Mine was erasing no rhymes, evanescence. Welcome to the great mind of a lost soul. World cold, young nigga bold, making all the wrong decisions.